Ready to love. The after discussion. This is season 5, episode 9 of Ready to Love on OWN TV, produced by Will Packer Productions. And this episode was titled The Getaway Shuffle, which is very fitting for all the activity that we saw tonight. Woo! Shuffling around and having some fun. Oh, I think that's a good time to just cheers.
Salud.
To a great episode.
It's one of those. Oh, hold on. Let me make sure my Wi-Fi is on.
I haven't had wine. Oh, what an amazing glass of wine.
Oh,
so I became like a little angel. They call us angels, like angel investors in this wine company that only gets wine from local wineries. And so they don't distribute wholesale, I guess, or retail, whichever that should be. So it's like small, it's boutique, it's yummy. It's a Cabernet Sauvignon, and I love it.
Oh, yeah, that's so fancy, little angel. Oh, that's so cool the way the light hits your glasses, because I know what they look like in real life, and then when the light hits them, it's like interdimensional galactical magic.
I'm so here for it.
Well, this is just a plain old Stella beer. But
oh, a good Stella. Where's your orange?
Nobody's angel. I don't usually do oranges with Stella. Maybe
no, that's the other. What's the other beer that you do?
Allagash White.
No, Stella. Stella doesn't go with the oranges. It tastes. I think Stella's the only beer I'll drink because I don't drink beer. Stella. I don't know, but one of them goes really good with an orange.
A lot of them do. Allagash White does. B. Hello there, gorgeous lady.
What up? Y'all better stay in your seats and keep your hands to your sides. As long as you don't talk about my weave, we good.
Damn.
I might have to send my mans.
Damn. We come in that hot tonight. Damn. What's up, Najee? What's up, Najee? Have a good week.
I hope you're awake and popping, Najee.
Yeah, it'd be helpful if you actually stayed awake this time. Sleeping Beauty.
And sip. Oh gosh, I haven't had wine in forever, and that's good. Usually I try not to drink wine at home because it makes me all
want to do something
and ready to do some things.
How dare you actually go do something? How dare you?
Yeah, you know what? There's a new restaurant that opened up here, and I've been interested in it. I reached out to them to be like a membership manager because I'm really, when it comes to like high-end speakeasies and things like that. I've done the work in New York and LA. They haven't gotten back to me, but they're finally open. So I think I'm going to go by and enjoy brunch or dinner. I'm going to take myself out.
I believe in you. That makes me...
Yeah.
Makes me really happy to hear.
Thank you. I'm definitely going to do it.
One step closer.
Amen. Ooh, Red Stripe, a sorrel beer? Is that a little fruity?
Yeah, Red Stripe, I think, is
like
Jamaican.
A little red? That sounds good.
Red Stripe. Isn't it Jamaican?
That sounds good. I think it is, especially with the sorrel in there.
Hey, Gus, go ahead. Sitting on my chair. I don't want to repeat. What do you mean?
He's sitting in his chair. He's not going to get up and start no stuff. Won't be no stuff. Don't start no stuff.
Don't get too comfortable, though.
No, please get comfortable because we don't want any viral moments on the show.
No, falling asleep, Ajay. Yeah, Jamaican. Yeah.
Jamaica.
Still Jamaican man. That was horrible. That was a horrible accent.
Oh no, okay. Your Facebook got hacked and you've been so upset. Not only did the hacker change my girl. Oh God. That sounds awful.
Why are people so
wrangle
mean?
It in?
Like why you gotta fuck with people? Like you don't think that as human beings already have to deal with enough every single moment of every single day? You just want to try to make
hacking.
Make people's life harder and make them do more than they already have to do. Like, what the fuck is wrong with people?
See, y'all gonna make him get out his chair already.
What the fuck is wrong with people?
Slap somebody.
Oh, I can't. It's dumb fucking people. They're just mean. I'm sorry, B. That sucks. They always do it to the fucking ones that don't deserve it. Oh, here she goes. Oh, you muted?
You guys
Oh,
have to bear with me. Yeah, I'm muted. I have my little allergies have been a little something.
going off spring.
So, I mean, yes, in this city is different for me.
Yep.
Um,
Atlanta was crazy last year.
exact. Oh, I remember that. Woo. The getaway shuffle. The getaway shuffle. Okay, so it really opens up with Joy saying so confidently, which I love.
Mm.
There's nothing that I physically have to do to solidify my connection with Clifton.
Mm. Don't we all want to just be in that space?
Yes, as I watched the show, I was like, wow, to
I mean,
enjoy someone
the physical is great.
genuinely.
The physical is necessary long term. We know this. But to be that connected with somebody, I remember I've had that like once in my life where I was like,
I could marry you.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But then I was deceived and lied to, and I should, you know.
Yeah.
But
I know how that goes.
I don't think Joy's in that space where she's being deceived and lied to.
I don't
Clifton
think so
is
at all
kind of
either.
getting, Clifton is really kind of making me a little concerned sometimes. Excuse me.
Talk to me.
But he's just acting a little, I don't know if he's doing what production wants him to do and causes drama, but I'm starting to see that Dakia actually seems like she actually really might be hurt. Although I thought she was really aware of their connection and even says it. But so then it makes me think like, is Clifton gonna act right? Is he gonna fuck up?
I mean, it's really hard to tell because his history says he might mess up,
We
but we're
know
not
you've
supposed to
always been
live
a
by.
such.
Yeah, we're not supposed to live by the history. We're supposed to go forward. And I'm exactly with you. You nailed it on the head. I thought Dakia was really clear. I thought we were so sure for like at least what the past 3, maybe even 4 episodes, at least 3, that she knew that she's just there for the entertainment when it comes to him and he's already made his choice. Like I thought she was just being fun and cute, like
100%.
to be a good sport.
And I know she's not good enough actor for me to actually, for her to act so surprised and be acting. Like, those are some genuine reactions. Unless they did some copy and pasting and some editing, right? Unless those are reactions or something else and they're like, let's put that there. Hard to tell with this one, right? A little hard to tell.
Or there could be, and I may be sprinkling a little reflection of myself in there just to get some understanding. Maybe Najee, we're talking about Joy, Dakia, and Clifton, the thruple, not so thruple. But maybe Dakia's reaction is mixed in with not being chosen. Because she had made it so clear that she knew that Joy and Clifton's connection was so this and so that. So
Oh shit, bless you.
I'm sorry. I think her responses were genuine, but sometimes hurt comes from more places than one. And I think sometimes the way we sorry, I thought I was gonna sneeze again, categorize things like
And you
excuse
did.
me.
Salud.
Sorry guys. Just maybe there were conversations that were being had between Dakia and Clifton that made her genuinely think he was still on the fence, which I don't understand, but you know.
Damn. Oh, dang.
Yeah, so I really hated to see her in that space, but I mean, what do you do? It's been a no-brainer for like the entire audience and cast since day one.
Yeah. Yeah, also maybe like you just said, maybe she's just coming to the realization like, yeah, this isn't working out for me. And there's that sadness that comes with it, and she's just dealing with more emotions.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that was great. I love that
Okay.
Joy walked straight in and was like, let me put this bag right on this bed right here, claiming her stake.
Yes.
I think you need to do that in life. And especially with people like that are so obviously there together and everybody knows. It's cute because you see the cast trying to be like, oh, what's going on? It's like,
Oh, did you see this with the bed? Oh, where are you staying today?
you
Y'all
see?
already know. You already know.
You already know.
And I'm not mad at it at all. So we'll dive a little bit more into that as we get through things. But I love Joy's confidence and, staking her claim when it comes to this man. And it's obvious with him too. And I'm with you, Gus. I hope that I don't want to hear nothing or see nothing that Aisha's going through or none. I don't want to see nothing online 2 months from now about Clifton. I don't want to see it.
The good thing is Clifton didn't start off with 3 baby mamas. That's the good start.
But doesn't he have two ex-wives? So he's on the way there.
But babies are different. Wives are different than baby mamas.
True.
Yeah.
But two ex-wives is like, what's happening here? But is he falling too fast? Does he not know himself? What is he getting into that has him going for a third marriage? But you're right. The baby mama thing,
That's
2,
different.
3 of those is too much.
Yeah,
they never go away. They never go away. They're like,
no, why would they?
Always there.
They've been conned. They've been conned by a con artist. It's hard for them to let go of that.
They can't,
to realize what they
talk
were
to them to
sold
raise
it was
a child.
actually forfeit, like it was fake. And then they have to raise a child and then be involved in the situation for the child. So
money, conversations, birthdays,
just
clothes.
be a little more thoughtful and stop fucking around like that. Just a little, responsibility.
Guys like to smash raw. They love it. They can't. It's really hard to say no.
But you're not gay, so you can't do that to a girl and then just pretend everything's gonna be okay and then walk away when the baby comes because you need to bust it inside of something. Take accountability. Take responsibility.
Newsflash. That's a freaking newsflash for some.
Come on.
Najee says, I don't know why Dakia is going after him, but to her point, she's going after him as well. But to her point, he's going after her as well. Absolutely. So it's not sealed. Exactly. And that's what she was saying. And I feel her on that, because I've been in that position before too. Like, it's cool. I know you like me. You're on my phone. But if you found somebody that's really tickling your fancy, you could just let me know. You don't have to keep calling me. We don't have to keep, for what?
But on this show, for this purposes, that's not going to happen. That's not the point of the show.
But they could have, behind the scenes, they could be in agreement because there's just no need to be messy. You could be transparent behind the scenes. That's what I'm telling you. And you felt the same thing. Like, I thought they had it together. I didn't think Dakia was really thinking Clifton was matched for her. Well, never did I think that.
Well, so this is that for me. This is it shows me a place in Dakia's life, as delicious and full woman that she is that her awareness in these situations needs to be leveled up. I mean, if I was there, I would be under no illusion, nor would I try to confuse myself or make up a story to intervene with the reality at hand. So the fact that she has potentially then created this whole circumstance, seeing that there, then is worrisome to the choice she makes, because you see that there and you still think there's something with you. And then that just seems like a never ending pattern with somebody like that.
Yeah. Excuse me. I would absolutely have to agree. And that's unfortunate, but it's fortunate because, as you know, when these things are brought to light, we have a chance to grow. Exactly.
Yeah. I'm not here for the little thing you just sent me talking about healing forever. No.
I mean, are we ever fully healed? Are we ever fully 100% healed? Genuine question. What do you think?
I think it's to your own discernment. If you want, it depends on what that means to you. If healing comes with the weight of always having to heal, I have to heal this part of myself.
A perpetual state of healing.
And you're like, I just have to heal. Like, I'm just not healed from that. Like, and then that happened, and I'm just still healing from it. Oh. If you get stuck in that narrative, then you're it's counterproductive. You're not doing anything, really. You're repeating patterns. And a lot of people do that shit. A lot of people love to just keep, I need to heal, but I'm still healing. And like that energy is so gross. Now, there's a difference between never-ending healing and just like growth. Just instead of calling it healing, for me, it's just like, I'm going to continue to grow.
Okay, yeah. Yes.
At this age, like, I've recognized what's hurt me, and I'm sure something else will hurt me in life, and I will heal from that, because like every wound, it heals.
Yeah.
But to be in that perpetual state of healing is spiritual narcissism. In my
Yeah.
sense, it's like a twisted way of it is, you know.
I like that perspective because that's what I would say is like this perpetual state of healing. Like it, there at some point the conversation can't freaking be about healing. But you know, when Homegirl said what she said about something coming up over the new moon, what was it last night? Yeah, last night I got those two words that I shared with you, and I'm like, wow, like, okay, girl, you know what is that? And I thought of you. Shoot, we might have to have this conversation offline. Because it's just so remind me to tell you why I thought of you and how I got to the feeling cheated and you know this conclusion because it made me laugh. So I'll talk to you about that later.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's just I don't want to take the audience on a journey that just is pointless. Najee, I don't get how they aren't frank and direct with each other. And I think that's the thing. Even if you do have a realization of this man might not be for me, blah, blah, blah. If Clifton is not being clear behind the scenes, as clear as we're seeing him be when he says, we're seeing him on the show say, I'm still in the process, I'm still da-da-da, but we're all really seeing like, okay, you've already chosen joy and that's it, and you're doing this for TV. If him and Dakia haven't had that conversation yet, I can see how that would be hurtful. No matter how delusional, because I get what you're saying, it's a pattern on Dakia's part or a misstep to not be so clear. But there's just something about having a transparent and frank conversation and drawing that line in the sand. Me and you. You know what I'm saying? Like it's kind of necessary.
And I think they did have that conversation, and I think that like you know, it was open ended still. But see, the thing is, it's hard for me to look. The show is about the show's antics. So even if you and I have a conversation of like, let's see where it's going, I'm going to take that with a grain of salt when I see a connection you have so heavily with somebody else. And I'll play the game for camera purposes. But to let my emotional body actually be implicated in some way by it, I'm not going to do that to myself. But, you know, that's because I'm aware of that. And maybe that's the lesson that she's here to learn.
You know, and I
Maybe
think
she's
that
still
is
healing.
She's healing. Heal. I think that's a good lesson because I think a lot of people have done that. I have done that. You know what I mean? I have seen,
We all have.
You know, where you just kind of allow yourself to. It's like you see it, but your feelings, you know, and it depends on how much when you're talking to somebody and you're getting close to somebody and you're getting to know somebody, blah, blah, blah. Sometimes you lose a little bit of grip of reality, unfortunately, but you got to learn to get that head and heart in tandem with each other because logic will tell you clear as day, like, no, boo, boo, no. But your heart just wants to be like, but I like him and he's fun and we talk and we have chemistry and our dates were good and then you end up psyching yourself out of the truth that's ever so blatant.
100%. And to me, that's rooted in self-love.
I agree.
Not knowing your own worth.
Yes.
Because if that's the ride that you're on, you don't think that you're worthy of something better, essentially. And that's at least the conclusion that I came to within my own experience. I was allowing myself to be that person that just like, oh, then you lost. You're lost. What's going on? What's right for you? Because if something was right for you, you would both be in this together fully. So, yeah.
But I think that's what the problem is with some of these situationships, one. And also, not only is it a self-love issue on some fronts, but I also think it's an issue of the lack mentality. I know that it's challenging. I say the lack mentality because I can see how a woman like her, and I can relate, doesn't just think there's a plethora of choices and options.
100%.
So when you get close, you're like,
yeah.
Ugh. But like, how can this be so halfway? At least halfway is even like, well, damn, can something, because everything misses the mark so much. That lack mentality, like you have to really be rooted in believing that there's somebody for you and that it will divinely work out. Like you have to like literally believe that.
Yeah. The lack thing is real because the connections are far and few between. So when you do start to connect with somebody, it's really easy to then start painting a picture of what you want as opposed to reality. And it's easier to know your reality when you just love yourself enough not to make excuses for somebody else, to change the projection of the painting that you're creating. And yes, there should be added additions to make this painting delicious with both of you involved in creating this art. But when you completely just lose your stroke and turn into a whole new agenda, you're not being true to yourself anymore. And if you're not being true to yourself, how can you trust that relationship in that situation in front of you? I get it. It's hard. It's hard when you finally like somebody when it's such a small pool.
Yeah,
But so not saying I'm perfect because I'm far from that shit. But I see and
I've been
understand it
there.
because
Yeah,
it's something I've gone through.
growth. You can recognize it
Yeah,
because of the growth.
I still don't know what the fuck I'm doing, but at least I wouldn't do that again. I wouldn't be like, well,
Yes.
it's um, mm, because there's a difference between needs and wants, right? There's difference if it's like, well, I need him to be this way because
Yeah.
that's my needs. But like, well, I wanted that, and well, like, I really wanted that. But sometimes those wants can be really a lot of the time they can be negotiated as long as those needs are fulfilled. So once you're rooted in those needs being fulfilled with somebody and the connection is far and few between all those needs are there, then a little nitpicky shit that can probably be rearranged and just kind of figure it out as you move. Because nobody's perfect is what I'm trying to say. We can get in our head of looking for this perfect situation.
Correct.
And then that's an overindulgence of the self-love that we have for ourselves then. So discernment, balance.
And that's all we got because what did you say? And it could be the same for men, but just speaking as a woman, we have been known to a conversation amongst a lot of my girlfriends and I is that we've negotiated. We have given so much grace and understanding under the guise of, well, nobody's perfect, but it is. You really have to have that discernment and that balance to make sure you're pretty much not tricking yourself into seeing something that's not there. Because it's one thing to come into union with somebody, like you said, who has the majority of your needs and is showing up. And then you make concessions for little holes because nobody's perfect. But to like, oh, I want him, I want. And then now you find yourself grace and understanding and da-da-da. It's a trap. It's a trap that will leave you feeling how I feel, Takia feels right now. Betrayed. I see betrayal in her face. I see sadness. She even used the word blindsided, and I hate that because I felt that. But when I watch her, I'm like, girl, how could you have been blindsided? Blindsided is a really big word. Like
Yeah.
you were blindsided.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Uh-huh.
Nobody is perfect. Hannah Montana.
Ew.
She said it best. No, but it's
um,
true, but we get caught up in that and it's weird. But, we'll keep diving into this a
well,
little bit more.
when you don't lead with a lack mentality, that helps because if you're going in thinking I'm lacking something, then you're gonna make excuses for all the things that don't fit because you're just desperate
Yeah.
essentially. So
Yeah. You think there's nothing else out there. That there's nothing else out there and there's nothing else out there for you.
speaking of nothing else out there, poor Dante.
Dante from
Oh,
last
I'm
season?
sorry, Troy, Tori.
Oh, I was like, ugh, forget
Oh,
him.
yeah, Dante.
I'm
Fuck,
Team Aisha on that.
100%.
Dante needs to just, yeah. But Tori, yes. He has a good head on his shoulders. I think he's playing everything as best as he can, and it's really cute. He has a cute little journey. He's a nice guy.
When he goes to sit with Sabrina and try to find clarity and closure for the 15,000th time, I get it. I've done the same thing. That's why it pisses me off that he's doing that shit. And then she finally is like, I just see you as a friend.
But see what it is to say it out of your mouth. That what Najee said in the comment, I don't know how they aren't frank. What I'm saying, Takia didn't get from Clifton. There's something about just drawing that line in the sand and putting that stake in the ground with your mouth, one-on-one with that person. There's something about that because you see how both of these characters lingered in the space of because it hasn't been said. As aware as you can be, to me, there is a value in an honest conversation.
Well, well, it does feel like he's kind of doing exactly what Takia is doing, doesn't it?
Yes.
Which is
Yes.
valuable for both of them since they both seem to be doing the same shit, and now they're starting to have a connection.
I know. I don't know. And I don't know. But yeah, Dakia, I always end up feeling for somebody on the show, and I just feel for her because I get it. Since we're talking about her, we can jump around to other things, but even her conversation with Paul. I'm sorry, but I felt that. And sometimes, like, I ain't even gonna lie, he hit it on the head. He nailed it. He said what she needed to hear. She needed that. She needed that in that moment. And I feel like he was kind and giving. We don't have to be the biggest fan of Paul, but that's what Dakia needed. And it's funny how when you're in a certain place, the most unexpected person can kind of, regardless of how the vessel, like, speak life into you in a certain way. Because I understand how she's saying, like, if you're not being chosen and you're feeling like you're going through this thing and then you're watching these people this and it does feel like she was straight up like, a lot of guys don't like this. Like, he's speaking up on her ability to be a boss and her confidence and all this and that. And when you have a situation where you're feeling that lack of a person's attention, I think it does turn up on the volume on what's quote unquote wrong with you or what things people don't like. You know what I'm saying? So for him to kind of come in there, he said everything she needed to hear just to be okay. And that's where the tears came from.
You done?
Yeah.
Right.
Go
He's
off.
He's an asshole. He literally, before that conversation, said, "There's nothing else here for me. Let me see if I can get something here." She was the last resort, and she fell for that. He is really good at what he does. He knows exactly what to tell you and how to make you feel to draw you in. That's how he is his agent, still single. As soon as
Agreed.
he started at it, I didn't believe anything he was saying. I was happy for her. I was happy
That's what
she
I'm
was
saying.
getting that validation.
That's all I'm saying.
All he cared about that his ass was on the line. He could be going home. There's nothing else for him. Well, let me try this. And for somebody to come to the realization he came to and then hit everything so spot on, head on the nail, and feel the way he supposedly felt right then, all of a sudden out of nowhere, proves to me that that's fake. Because if you really felt those ways and things about this wonderful woman, you would have invested time instead of just been watching people that actually didn't want you like we saw you doing the whole time. He's only been on this to play the game to get far in this show. He just showed his ass. I didn't buy 1 second of that shit. Can Najee please come and back me up and say something to make me look better about myself? Feel better about myself.
Yeah, no, but I agree with you. And it was so much more for her. I felt she needed to hear that. But you're right with P.O. And it's so scary how he said everything. It scares me.
He said
that
everything.
Type of, he said everything.
Everything he knew she needed to hear.
Everything.
But he hasn't done that this whole time to anybody else. So that makes
She's
him
in
a very scary person.
Because he's a predator. That's predatory.
Yep.
It's predatory behavior. And I'll be the one to say it because I know people don't like to throw these words around, but it's predatory. It just is. You see somebody in a weak moment and then you
preyed on him.
Yeah, he hit.
It was your own
very
reasons.
Specific. Yeah.
Was it?
Yeah. It's nuts. Yeah. Najee says, I'm indifferent to both of them. The dynamic seems disingenuous. Well, yeah, because even she is trying to make something out of nothing. Clifton is not going. So Dakia should have went home probably 2 episodes ago. Once Eric was done, and Eric wasn't, we've been saying almost this whole season that there's nobody here for Dakia. I feel like and that's okay.
Well, to be honest with you though, now that like I am seeing that Tori and her are like literally falling for the same shit. maybe they should date and see where that goes.
I don't see it.
They're both obviously have the same issues, like in the same, like in the sense of like, you know, not issues. I don't want to say that they have issues. They're
Mm-hmm.
issues, but you know what I mean. Like, aren't making the best choices
Mm-hmm.
when it comes to love. Maybe they could just kind of maybe delve in that together and see the reflection of each other and find some type of understanding, some clarity.
There's no part of me that sees Dakia and Tori anywhere. And you know what? In the deliberation at the end, she was like, he's a really good friend. And I agree. I don't see,
100%.
friends.
Yeah, they
There's
can learn
not a
from each other.
romantic. Yeah. So
No, I think they should probably fuck though, just because they both need it, and then they can just be friends.
they could totally, they need it. They both need it.
They need it.
I'm not going to argue with you though, Matt.
Yeah, they need it.
Especially after this. Who knows? Do they have another day in the cabin? Well, not cabin, but whatever. The
I think
getaway?
so, right? They're supposed to
I
do
think they have
the
2
elimination on
days,
the
right?
first day. They're supposed to have another
Okay.
day.
Who knows? Who knows? Because, yeah, I feel like Tori could be very loving in the interaction, and Dakia could be available for it because she's vulnerable, but like no love lost. We're cool. We're going through something. We're on the show, so we're the only ones that can understand the depths and details of what is going on. Let's just release for each other. Oh, Tina. I'm looking at my notes. Tina and her car trouble. She was like, I'm at home taking care of my baby. I'll be there when I get there.
I'm so
what are we
interested.
doing day 2? What's the itinerary for day 2? That's what Tina's saying.
I'm so intrigued to see like what she says when she comes next episode. And really more so, I'm just really intrigued the fact that I think she's coming because producers made her more than she actually wanted to, from what I'm gathering. But maybe what if something really tragic did happen and we just don't know it? To be determined.
I don't get the vibe that it was tragic. Because to say that you have car trouble and that you're on your way and not show up till the next day, you're just saying whatever you can say to get people off your back in
But
that
why
moment.
is everyone so concerned? Like, why are the girls like mad? Like,
I don't know.
mad?
They're kind of upset, right?
Why? Because you had to go? Like, and she was like smart enough not to go play? Like, I don't.
I kind of feel like that speaks to the loose family dynamic of things. Like they're all in this together. They all made this commitment together, and she's pretty much not holding up her end of the commitment.
Can we honor what people are going through? Can we honor the fact that she can't put up with that commitment right now? Can we just let her?
Yes, we can.
Go through what she is going through. I mean, this is a very toxic situation, this show. Like,
I agree.
We'd rather her show up and really damage herself emotionally and mentally for our own selfish needs? No. Let's respect people and what they're going through. Let's give them their space.
Yeah, I agree. And they seem to like kind of be on that page about it and quote unquote not studying her, but they were kind of like,
but her.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, a lot's happened. A lot.
Yeah, like relax.
Why?
Am I dating you? Do you want to date me, ho?
Is that it? Were you really looking forward to seeing me?
Do you miss me?
You could have told me. I probably would have showed up if I'd known it was you.
Oh my God. Like, girl, I didn't know you wanted to kick it like
that. Or
I
just wouldn't have shown up at all if I would have known that. Okay.
No, I completely agree. There's a lot of dynamics on the show where I wonder, like, why so serious? Everybody's, it's got to be something with production, especially when it's the process, and this and that. It's just a lot.
Reality TV.
It's just a lot. It's a lot for me. Well, Donovan felt serious. He was like, that was my stronger connection in the beginning. It was Tina. She had car trouble. So just in mentioning Donovan, before I get back to Tori real quick, he was talking with Sabrina and said he doesn't want anything stagnant. God, I feel like Sabrina is going to be a whole conversation because God, what is going on with this girl? Sabrina asked Donovan, have you spent time alone, blah, blah, blah. And I'm glad she did, because 3 or 4 months is a really short time to be out of a marriage and dating and all this. Sometimes these guys are doing a little bit too much. And we talked about this last episode. Like, y'all need to be alone for a little bit. Like, let yourself breathe.
He need to be on for a lot bit. What is he doing 5 months out of something? How does he expect to bring a better version of himself?
I don't
into
know.
this
What
new
is it?
situation and not expect the same result. Like, why are people so afraid of just being alone?
I don't know. How
Figure your own
you
shit
said
out.
it
What? Because
so
you
perfect.
like putting it onto other people. You like just avoid self and put onto other people and fulfill those things, so you can come right back and be like,
Yes.
"Fuck, actually, I can't deal with that because I still have to deal with mine," and then keep avoiding the stuff you're supposed to deal with. Like, take a fucking second. You ain't
And
ready,
next
bruh.
you and
You ain't
next thing you know,
ready.
you're 55 years old and you're still doing the same cycle.
Oh God.
You are so correct. What is it about taking a breather that people cannot do?
They can't.
And
It's
I get
called
it. You know what?
codependency issues.
They can't be alone. And I see this a lot with people, but these good-looking men, I feel like it's a blessing and a curse because you feel like just because a woman is there and available, you gotta be up on it. Say no with your thirsty self. Relax. Focus on your kids, yourself, your growth, your body, your health, your
Wow.
mentals, your job. There's like
Wow.
so many other
Wow.
things you could be doing besides what you're doing.
Yeah, but people are so reliant on others for growth.
It's not
Look at
good.
look at what
It's not
religion
good.
does. People are involved with religion, so many around this world, because it's a um, stable organization led by somebody else to help assist them. It's like codependency issues in itself
You're right.
when you're attached to those. So, a lot of people operate that way. Um, I know people that operate that way, and
You're right.
to each their own. But
Pero
our job is to talk shit, and this motherfucker needs to take a fucking break and be by himself for a second. Because if he's really looking to love somebody, he needs to do his own thing. He has kids. He needs to focus on being the best version of himself, not distracted by somebody else to try to tend to somebody else's needs and get lost within himself again. So his kids don't have a really solid father. I'm not saying he's not a good dad. I'm just saying he has a
that's not.
great opportunity right now
Come on.
to figure his shit out so that he could be an even better dad than he is if he already is a good dad. These other women aren't going to teach him how to be a better father or a better person. He's not going to hear that or listen to that or see that, apparently, because that didn't work this first time. And I don't know what they
Or
went
the second
through,
time, or
or
the
this.
third time,
Like,
or the.
I'm not calling him out or being an asshole. I'm just saying, like, that's more reason just to fucking be alone, bro. Take some time.
And I'm wondering if there's
And if you
any
want to be
guys in the
selfish,
chat. What is that?
go to Thailand. Go to Thailand. Go
Oh
somewhere for a few
God.
months or few weeks, and like just take a second. Take a
No,
second.
but Thailand. Guys go to Thailand for the Thailand things. It's just more sex.
Well, he would probably like the Thailand things. He seems to like.
No,
Seems
but you
he.
need it.
Well,
I know that you're a fan of how sex needs to go and everything. But for me, sometimes dudes need to you need to take a break from sex. We can sit
oh
here and
no, I
pretend
meant the
like sex.
Thailand things, like Thailand with
No,
their
no.
lot of.
Thailand dudes go there to run through Thailanders for the money. It's like a hoe house in Thailand. I know so many
Yes,
brothers that go to Thailand and they're just
but speaking of
in
Donovan
Thailand.
specifically, there's a lot of
Well, yeah.
a lot of open sexual situations there, and I fear that's what I was talking about. Like, yeah, he probably would enjoy that. He might
It's
need
too
that.
much.
I
No,
was just
yeah,
talking
that's just
shit
too
for a
much.
second,
Yes.
but that's not what I meant. Like he needs to get some to heal. No, I really meant like in a beautiful space alone, just where he can center.
Yeah, yeah. And I don't. Yeah, I need. Yeah. I don't know. I have a lot of thoughts about that, but
Well, it was nice for him and Sabrina to have their fake situation again.
speaking of, you want to handle this comment?
Sabrina is so pretentious. So is Donovan. Reflecting each other. Both are just laying the land, but Donovan is doing too much. Why so soon?
Because this is habit. That's
They
what
are,
he
speaking of
does.
reflections, as we just talked about other
They are
reflections,
reflecting.
those two are reflectors. Just
You is me and I is you.
just like Sabrina's doing to the other guys, he's doing that to three women as well. Like they both have three that they're both just, you know why? You know why they're reflecting each other? Because they're also reflecting each other in the sense that they need to just fucking be alone for a while.
They
Yeah.
do. They
They
need to
just
be
got out of
alone for a while.
marriages. They need to be
Yeah.
alone for a while. I know she thinks a year and a half was enough, but just from watching the show, her actions, it wasn't. She needs more more time because I don't think it's been just a year and a half. I think she's been dating for like within this year and a half. She hasn't taken. So this
Fine.
2.0 thing, which I caught on to the very beginning, I was like,
You
"What is
did.
this 2.0?"
Yeah.
That you say that's it's a red flag.
I don't know. It doesn't work for me.
Too much. It's doing too much.
I wouldn't want to be on this show or in this cast because I can't. These guys, I can't. There's
No.
too much.
Sabrina keeps saying that she likes Sabrina from last season, that she wants to be on this cast, and I'm just like,
I don't know why, but she likes PO. And who else did she say? Donovan. But that's what I'm saying. Us girls, women, we get really dumb off a good-looking man. Even men know that. They're like, I'll see on Twitter, they'll leave these long threads about how messed up dudes are. You shouldn't do that. And the only way this will work for you is if you're 6'4". Like when you're taught, like there's something about the biology of it all that's like, oh, he's big and he's, whatever it is for each person. I'm saying for women, we get real dumb off of a tall, like the last few guys I've been dating or entertaining have all been heavy on the body stuff. It's like, oh, muscles, they're tall, they're big, they do this, they do that. It's just like a stupid thing. It's stupid. It's stupid if the guy doesn't have the rest with it. And I personally feel like she's caught up in that because I get it. Donovan, to some people from the eye, looks good. He's big. He's muscular. He looks kind of tall. Same thing. P.O. gets away with a ton because he's 6'4". He's tall. We love a big man. Who else? Clifton. Like these dudes get away with a lot just because of their physique. We go dumb. Dumb. Do you get what I'm saying? Like I can't see. I can't hear. Dumb. Okay? Because it doesn't make sense. I feel like it's biological, like it's science. It's like that if you take it all the way back to the caveman days, it's like this man can go out and kill my food.
It was a long time ago though.
Yeah, but it's not that long when it comes to evolution. And we act like things when it comes to science is not relevant, but it is. So we kind of got to stop doing that because we're missing the clues by, I don't know why, girl, because it's primitive. Just like sex is primitive. Like
days were a really long time ago. We've had a lot of evolution since then.
No, but that doesn't change.
Millions of years ago.
Yeah, I don't think
we have too much opportunity for it to not change, to keep living in a mindset from what a caveman felt and thought, or any kind of folklore story of what it was before. We don't even know that was actually factual information. Like at the end of the day, yes, science can support it, but like we don't know enough. So if we keep just laying it on to something else, some excuse, it's like it's the issue we're going to always have. We're always going to just keep being a victim to our past, and that's never going to be beneficial for anybody.
I mean, I'm saying it's like that, and I'm putting the stake in the ground because I see it happening. So regardless, it's not about opening a book and being like, oh, this is how the cavemen did it, so this is how we are.
Instead of looking at physicality for security, maybe stop looking at physicality and look internally with security. So as soon as someone 6'4" comes up, 6'4", you're like, yeah, why don't you just look at somebody in general and like figure out what that really means to be safe? Not just from a physical.
Said than done.
Well, I don't know. We've been doing this since caveman days. I feel like it shouldn't be that hard.
Yeah, but it is. And so, I mean, I'm being real. People are caught up all over the world because of this. We can't act like looks, even with, and I know in the gay community, people is looking for looks.
Yeah, but everything you just described to me, it was not something that I would be like.
But maybe evolve.
Be indicative
let's not front. Like back in the day, you seeing a man with all of the stuff that you like aesthetically, please, you ain't chasing?
No, I mean in the sense of like you were like, and this is like really big 6'4". I'm not attracted to big.
But I'm a woman. You're a man. You're a man. That's different biology.
That's what I'm saying. So we tick differently is what I'm trying to say. But that's not actually, it's not biological because I know plenty of men who actually are just attracted to big, tall men just like you are as well. I'm not attracted to that. That doesn't scream security to me.
Yeah, but it does for a woman because we're smaller than you guys biologically.
Actually, I know one specifically that doesn't do that for. My friend Maya. She always dated shorter men, and her husband's shorter than her. So it's not every woman. Let's stop placing everybody in the same category.
Okay, everybody, majority. And not only that, but he must have the personality, the space, and whatever it is that makes her feel safe.
And
Some
that's what
people
I'm
might,
trying to say. It doesn't have to be indicative of a physical quality. If
but a
that's such,
lot of
it's
the
a
times it
problem. If
is.
well, if that's the problem,
Like,
obviously,
it
y'all
is
are
the
just going off of the
problem.
surface.
Of
Go
course, that's the
in.
problem. That's what I'm
No.
saying. And now we're talking about why does Sabrina want to be on this cast? It doesn't make sense logically,
Were
but
all
I'm
the other
giving
guys
you
on
the
her
other
season like
side.
her guys? Were they season where they short, not fit guys on her season?
No, there was no, I didn't see any guy that could grab and scoop me up off of last season. Who?
I don't remember. Corey. Who else? Who
Just didn't
else?
give. But Corey got in too because he's six. Even he says it. There's just something to it. And I'm not saying it's right, but yeah. Because I can't tell how tall Phil is. I can't tell how tall Sean is, but none of them gave me like super
BD.
tall or super big or super like
BDE.
like I know when Clifton walks in a room, women is like, it's just I'm not saying it's right. I'm giving a woman my perspective and a lot of us. It's messed up. It's not cool. That's why we're all ending up in these situations.
Yeah, I know a lot of women that actually aren't turned on by muscles, which I don't understand because
I don't
I
understand
like
either.
muscles, but they're not. They don't think it's sexy or attractive. So, you know,
Let's see. They can be alone and not grow. She's stagnant like him. Sabrina and Donovan is what I'm getting from that. Yeah, absolutely. Y'all enjoying the cat fight. Listen, me and this man been friends for over 20 years. We don't agree on everything. So get your popcorn out. I'll bring the lawn chairs. Yes. That's why y'all are here. Like,
yeah.
but yeah, I think that that's what it is with Sabrina 1.0. And that's just what I can see when game recognized game. But, that's why sometimes when they say, um, the person that you're supposed to be with may not be your type and all this and that. Like some women get really scared, like, you want me to be with somebody small.
No.
Hey,
Hey,
girl.
Jessica. No, we don't. That I don't. Well, I mean, I'm the same boat. I'm not gonna be able to just not be attracted to what I'm attracted to. It's just then
Yeah, I
we're gonna have a
know. I know.
problem. We're gonna have a
I
problem.
know. I know. I
Um,
feel you. Mm-hmm.
but I know a lot of people who are not attracted to who attracted or with attractive people, but they're extremely happy.
Yeah,
So,
good for
you know,
them. I mean,
the
because it is
inside
about the
has
inside.
made them more attractive. I'm too superficial for that. So,
I, all I'm asking is for my equivalent. So if I'm out here fit, tall, in that, like, I just want something that makes sense for me, and it's just gonna stay there. Like I'm not gonna be like, oh. And I've dated men who I wasn't that attracted to. I thought about that when we talk about a type. I have a type, I guess, but when I look at all of the guys I've dated, they don't look alike. They don't. All of those guys do not look alike. So it's just kind of like, what does that really mean, but it needs to make sense. So I don't know. To each their own. I'm
speaking
single,
of
so I
having
don't
a
know.
speaking of having a type, Karma doesn't have a type. I
Can
don't
we
think
talk
Carmen has a
about
type.
Carmen and
She
PO and how he was
swooped.
more interested in that salad than her? He was like, that salad was the star of the show.
He used her when he needed her to be on the show, made her feel the things to do, and then was like, "I don't need you anymore." And
He gave her no
I
play.
don't know you anymore. I don't know you. I don't know you anymore. You knew her last episode. So interesting. So
That was
interesting, PO.
bad.
Am
That
I
was bad.
surprised? Am I shocked? Am I surprised? No,
Not you.
no, not really. But it was hilarious for sure. And the fact that she was like trying still so hard, I was like, Carmen,
Oh, girl, you got to know when to walk
Carmen,
away. Rubbing on his head,
Carmen, stop it. He doesn't want
still
it.
trying to
Carmen,
give. He didn't want.
stop it.
He wants lettuce. He was eating. He wasn't. He couldn't even.
He didn't give
He
up
was not.
about you. He didn't
No,
care.
he didn't.
Then he did.
That was hard to watch. That was uncomfortable.
I enjoyed it because I was like, here we go. That's who I know has been underneath that whole thing this whole time. Look at you showing your ass. Look at you showing your ass. Look at you showing your ass like that. Look at that ass. I knew it. Saw it.
Cold world.
I loved that she did go out there to talk to Donovan. And I don't know. I feel like that whole situation is a little like, what's really going on here? Like,
Carmen and Donovan?
yeah, like she's really his number one now. Like, what is this teeter-tottering swing set? Like this playground that they're all playing on. I'm really confused at this point. Besides the only two adults that are actually like living their best resort style life.
There's only
Joy and
two.
Clifton. Yeah.
Correct.
But like everyone else is like on this playground.
And it doesn't even look fun though. You're supposed to have fun on a playground. Everybody, I really feel like it's a struggle bus.
I would just call it what it is. Ain't nobody else got it, and there's no other connections. No other real connections. This reunion is going to have one couple that's still together. I'm calling it right now. Joy and Clifton.
Period.
That's it. Nobody else. Nobody else is going to be somebody else on that show. Gus and Jay totally have friendship goals.
Total friendship goals. Amen, sister. Najee says the FedEx had Carmen looking desperate. Girl. This is so sad because he's not even attractive.
Girl.
See? Which proves my point. The stupidity that happens when a man is tall is stupidity.
My point is I would never act stupid. I would never act stupid because he's tall. I would actually put more pressure on him because he's too fucking tall. Like that's too much. Wish. Can you my arm is up here trying to hold your hand. Can you bend your knees, please? Thank you. No,
for those
I'm not
of you
into
who don't
it.
know, I'm 5'10", so
yeah, no.
I just, as a woman, I'm just like.
And she just told you if you're 6'4", nothing else matters. Go get it.
Yeah, that's but I'm not that stupid anymore. I already did my stupidity. I did my bid in stupidity. I'm done. Jessica, he was told some stuff behind the scenes allegedly. First of all, I need y'all to understand Jessica comes with the hot piping tea.
She sure does.
Every week. Okay.
So who P.O. was?
What old head say?
Exactly, old head.
Gameplay is all I say. You know, there's something going on. I can sense it. I can see it. I can feel it. We can all read it. Something ain't right. Because if I'm not mistaken, Gus, when did I forward you that inbox? Was that last week or the week before? But we didn't see Carmen online last with P.O. first, and we were like, oh my God. And then it was like Donovan,
and we were like, oh my God, that doesn't make sense.
Then it was like Clifton, and we were like,
yeah. I mean, I personally think she's just playing the game really well. Like, I think that's what she's doing. She's a boss. She knows how to run a business. Gameplay is all I exactly. 100%.
Ay, Dios mío.
Play it. Play on.
All I know is I wouldn't want to be caught on TV looking like her trying to get that man's attention over that little dry packaged salad he had going on.
Especially when he looked like that and had that energy. Nope, goodbye.
Yeah, no, thank you. You're not about to have me out here looking parched.
Crazy.
Parched.
I would have been like the key with brought my own bottle of wine or 7.
Like,
who
seriously.
Else?
Yeah, Dia had no connections after Cliff. None. I mean.
Yeah, and yeah.
Yeah, who they are as a person. I'm getting, my dating journey is not linear. So, but who someone is as a person is the most important thing. And you got to be able to tell the real from the fake.
Yep.
Y'all overlook attractiveness because of height. Oh no, you didn't love yourself. No, you could be tall and fine. You ain't dating the uglies.
I'm not taking that out. That's all her. That's her shit, not mine. That's her.
Any man that was tall that I was attracted to, I was actually attracted to their face as well as their height. I'm not dating ugly tall men. But what I'm saying, in all honesty, as women talk, a lot of women I know like tall men. And it makes us stupid. It just is what it is. But they be fine, though. Why do you think these guys live the lives that they do? Look at them. They all got kids by all these women. They're all divorced because they get women like this and they have no discipline. They never had to do it because they're tall and fine. Like, you ain't, it should be a no-brainer, but maybe not.
For both people.
personality makes someone 10 times more attractive. True. And you have to be attracted. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
because there are, especially with social media, you see even more that there are a lot of fine ass motherfuckers out there that are dumb as fuck. They fine, but they are stupid. Stupid.
Estúpido.
Like dumb.
Estúpida.
So
Yeah.
yes,
Yeah.
personality
You
is important.
know? Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
Yes.
both.
Yes.
Ain't
And
nobody, everyone has their own type, their own preference. Ain't nothing wrong with
but
that.
then look at it too. Like how gamey did P.O. pull up? He didn't get that game from not having no hoes. He ran up on Takia with the right words at the right time because he knows what he's doing. And this is how people get caught up. Until you're able to see, it's just, she was in tears on the, not the balcony. What was it? The bay, whatever. You know what I'm
Whatever.
saying?
Yeah, I mean that's
It's just, it's messed up. You ain't got to understand. It's just, it's not cool.
not that my experience matters compared to hers, but I would have definitely taken in everything he was saying, but I would have taken it all with a grain of salt. I would have seen exactly what was happening, but I would have still honored everything he said because it was
Yeah.
true. And
Yeah,
I
it
would have
was
been like,
true.
you know what? Thank you. And then I
Yeah.
probably would have cried just because it was true for myself and just
Yes.
to be validated.
Mm-hmm.
But I would not go over there and buy what the fuck he's selling after that because it's so fucking
Yeah.
obvious.
And that's you're right. That has to be done. There has to be that discernment or else dot dot dot, you know? I agree a million
Dot.
percent. Take what you need, girl, but like, can't be falling for him. I don't want to see her with him next episode. You need attraction with a great personality too. I can't stand looking at a face I don't like. It's the whole
100%.
thing. Yeah. It's all
100%.
of it. It's all of it.
100%. You can be
Mm-hmm.
real nice, but if I'm not attracted to you, then this will never work because I'm gonna have a
Friends.
hard time staring at you and like I want to stare at, like I just want to be like. But
I
if
need
I'm
a
not, I'm be like
wild, yeah,
looking down
yeah,
and like,
yes.
but you're so funny, but I can't look at you. What the fuck is that? That's not fair to nobody. Not,
No, it's
especially
not.
the other person. They deserve someone to look at them with eyes of like, oh, God, you're amazing.
Desire.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Because I don't think
And
you're
the
attractive doesn't mean someone
sex.
else isn't.
Yeah, and the sex
100%.
drive has to be there. I'm
Yeah.
gonna have to want to like.
I mean, let's be real though. Let's be real. Let's be real right now. Okay.
Get real.
When that body and that is right, that face don't matter sometimes.
You'd be like, they have a
You just,
nice smile. They
yep,
have really beautiful eyes.
yep. Oh, I love
I've
how
been
crooked.
there.
I love
Yeah.
how one of his ears are up here and the other one's here. It's just so cute.
Goonies.
It's so unique and different.
It's
So
unique.
adorable. I love it. I love that like one nostril is like attached to his eyelid and then one's like down on
Nobody's
his lip.
perfect.
And then you look at the guy and he's like, like, let's
See,
be honest.
you understand. It's messed up. You go stupid over some things. It's not cool. Oh my God, it's the truth though. Jessica says she was in tears because she had no connections after Clifton. I'm sorry, I see through her. Yeah, she was
Yeah,
hurt. We kind of talked
totally.
about that earlier. Yeah.
Yeah. You missed that beginning part, Jessica, but you were over there getting that hot tea probably of Sabrina, so it's okay. We
Ooh.
forgive you. But yeah, we were saying the same exact thing. We think that her hurt is this, it's more placed within her own dissatisfaction of the experience than thinking that she really had a true connection with Clifton. Because,
Mm-hmm.
like we said, I'm just repeating it for you. She's too smart to be in denial of the obvious, like everybody else sees it. We think for her to really be that affected and hurt from Clifton.
That part. USPS didn't have any women that not FedEx, USP, like you getting all the smoke, PO. That's what you get. USPS didn't have any women that looked like Carmen or Dakia. Let's be real. They probably look below average. Oh, yeah.
Accurate.
Oh,
Accurate.
yes.
Accurate.
Yeah.
Yup.
No argument there. That's
Fact.
I can picture right now what kind of broads PO been messing with.
Oh,
As a matter of fact, yeah, no, I'm not even gonna say
Yeah,
that.
no, that's
I'm
too
not even gonna say
no,
that. That's
no,
just too
no.
much. Um, Jessica says it's more of an ego thing and making it to the end, in my opinion. Yeah, I think she's more hurt because
The experience didn't work.
it didn't work for her.
Yeah, and
And
I mean,
that's uncomfortable.
and the ego thing is all of what POJ is definitely. He's just trying to get to the end. He swooped in right on time, nothing else left, saw the last thing to take him to his goal, and he knew exactly what to say and how to handle it. So,
Yeah,
there you
real
go.
talk.
All right, what else? What else? What else? Bless you.
Thank you.
What else? What else? What else?
Don't
Who else do
sneak
we
up on
have?
me. Um, P.O. and Sabrina.
We
That
talked
was
about Carmen
funny.
and Donovan. They were that like they they seem to be there kind of for the same reasons, I think. Bless you.
Carmen and Donovan.
Yeah, Carmen and Donovan, sorry. You know,
Carmen,
the
Donovan,
leg
and
up there.
Sabrina. That yeah.
And then Sabrina came in, and then Sabrina talking about how she has the double D, like the D and the D connect. I mean, let's talk about Sabrina. Let's talk
Let's
about
talk
Sabrina.
about her. Let's keep going on Sabrina. Sabby.
It's really apparent that she doesn't know what she wants or who she
She doesn't
is.
know what she doesn't. Both.
Yeah.
It's apparent.
And she's really stuck in the formula of what she wants it to be and thought it was. She
And
can't let
maybe what
go of
she's
that
used
old
to. Yeah.
ideology. And
Mm-hmm.
that's why she's calling it Sabrina 2.0. Um, she justifies her actions for being a player, for bringing people in, hurting them intentionally. She makes the excuse that it's because they're not doing enough. She loves that. This whole season, we've seen her put the blame on other people.
The
Um,
whole season, she blamed other people.
the whole season didn't take accountability for her actions. And I hate seeing Tori go through that with somebody. I've been there. Just a mean person, just deliberately mean and hurtful. Not even intentionally, maybe going through her own shit and being that, unintentionally, but still being it. So at the core of it, it's intentional, right? Um, and I think it's intentional because you have you have the right to actually just focus on yourself and not make somebody else feel something to validate your experience.
Imagine that.
Just make yourself feel things and find comfort and security in yourself, because then you won't start doing that to other people, and then they won't be hurt because of you, and you won't keep justifying something that actually shouldn't be justified.
She does. She even, back to her no accountability, she said she went out of her comfort zone, which must have been off camera, for Demetrius.
Oh,
And
in her
he's,
fantasies.
when did she go out of her comfort zone? She didn't even bring him a candle. You didn't bring no gifts.
Nope.
You brought a gift for somebody who was on the way out the door. That's, girl.
Your parting gift, that's not how you do it. But someone like that does it. It's a bit of narcissism, right? Isn't it?
something
It
is
be
off. Is
sociopath.
it
Like I'm not
narcissism?
trying
What
to
is
give her a
that?
term. That's not. I'm
Yeah,
talking about it to
but
like figure out like what that is when you do that
the
to somebody.
behavior,
Like,
correct.
when you're like, oh, you're about to leave. Let me just do some one nice thing really quick to make sure that you still like
Is
me
that
a little
avoidant?
bit.
Like a
And
toxic
then to
avoidance?
everybody else that actually might kind of like, I'm not going to bring them anything because why would I do that if I like them?
Yeah, because that's just going to bring them closer, and that's not what I
Why
really
would I?
want.
Why
Maybe
would
she's avoidant.
we kind of said that in the beginning, didn't we? Something
I
in
feel like we
along the
might
lines
have.
of avoidance with her.
Yeah, because it works for her. She's just really okay with it. I'm not getting any, and I can also see that
Awareness
there's
involved.
nobody. Yeah, but I'm not getting any genuine. I don't want to
Remorse.
say she's cold, but I'm getting like I wouldn't
No,
want to
yeah.
date her. You know what I mean?
I think cold is a good term,
Cold,
essentially.
a little cold. Ugh, it doesn't really work.
Well, we'll
Her
see.
and PO was like, you closer to your number one, you closer to your number one. Nope. Like, y'all just, what are you doing? This is not, I can't.
Everyone's just really playing the game this season, it feels like.
And I don't want to watch it. If I wanted to watch a game show, I would have turned on the game. show network. But even as messy as last season was, I still feel like they tried a little bit harder for genuine connection. It seemed
Or they were
a
just
little
better at
bit
fooling
different.
us.
Or they were just better at fooling us, which it probably was that. Oh my God.
And because of them, we're not so easily fooled this season.
I know. Next season, we about to read everybody on day one this time.
Off. They got no hope.
Hmm.
Sabrina played Tori for Demetrius, only for him to do the same thing to her. He doesn't show he likes or wants to be around her, and then says he's worried. She's wondering if he like that whole situation. That whole situation. What is that? That's called a toxic connection.
Yep.
When you throw something negative at somebody, I don't think you like me. You don't really like me. That's some child play shit.
I'm sorry. God bless you. I gave you my sneezes.
Like, come on. Come on.
Yeah, that's just, and then the extra play up with them kikiing at the table. I don't see any connection between Demetrius and Sabrina. Like, nah.
Even since from the jump when she nibbled on his ear and was pretending something was there, there was nothing there. If anything, it was infatuation because they just want to hit. That's it.
That's where Sabrina's at, and I know that's where these dudes are at. So they might as well just do that, which they might already be doing. Like, what do I know?
They probably are, and that's fine.
Yeah, he was like, I like Sabrina at first, but now she don't mean nothing to me because how she treated Tori. I know. After that truth or dare situation, it was like,
boom, we saw you. She's good at putting on though. She's been doing it for herself. Like, she's been convincing herself of something else, and here we are with her hurting people.
It's really, really hard to
Another thought, Demetrius wants a submissive woman, but doesn't like to be a leader or a pursuer. Something's off about that. Girl.
Because there's nothing there. He's elusive. Elusive is the perfect.
He don't want to make no decisions. He just wants but he wants to be able to be in charge of. He wants to be in control when he's trying to get away with something, and he's like, no, it's my way. I didn't fuck up. This is right. Like, I know exactly what that person's like. I know exactly what that kind of person is like.
They should have sent him home instead of Laverne.
100%. 100%. Yeah. There is nothing in that man's eyes. There's nothing genuine. There's no he's just like a blank, just there making that paycheck for that extra week, pretending he wants to be there, lining up all the thoughts on Instagram for when it's over. That's what he seems like. And, my apologies if that's not really what your character is, but it just feels that way as we're watching you through this experience.
Correct. Yeah.
He wants to be in control.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
But what is that? Because what is that hiding? Now I need to know more about what is that about?
Well, because then you don't need to take accountability if you're in control. Right?
I mean, if you're putting it on as a facade, no.
It's all kinds of scary. That type of person scares me.
I just don't.
It's terrifying. It's cult leaderish. It's just weird. It's frightening. It's frightening.
Very unsettling.
Yeah, I wouldn't feel safe ever with him, around him, or with him. I don't feel safe when I watch him.
Sabrina specifically said she felt safe with him. Isn't that weird?
Yeah, to each their own. We all find safety in different things.
She said she trusts. She trusts and feels safe with Demetrius.
Oh, I wouldn't trust him for 1 second either. I couldn't trust him. No, something about him. I couldn't trust him.
Nope. It makes me really.
So that's great. Maybe that's good. Maybe they can trust each other. Maybe she feels safe. Maybe they're each other's people. Maybe we just don't see it and they are.
Oh, you're being nice.
Yeah.
Well, you know what else is nice? The onesies were cute. They are 2 peas in a pod. That Julie,
like literally the cutest thing, and everyone was so mad.
A giraffe and a Bob the Builder. Is that Bob the Builder? Like, just onesies. This is a pajama jam. Yeah, we all up in this house.
I mean, I would have been mad too, though, because if they didn't tell me, we all could have brought onesies. I would have been mad I didn't have my onesie.
Yeah, but this shows.
But
Dakia's
But
forehead was on fire.
she a little pig.
That was so much fun.
I loved it. They turned the party up just like it's supposed to be an adult summer party.
Exactly. That's who they are. That's what they do. Oh, it was a minion. Okay. I love it. It was
It's
just
a
so
big ass
cute.
minion.
Huge. That's a big, he's such a big dude. No,
Mm-hmm.
but that was really cute. That's how it should be. I love how he said waking up next to her is like Christmas. Well, gosh, Merry Christmas, homie. That is unreal. Like, I would love somebody to say that about me.
Mm-hmm.
Wouldn't you love someone to say that about you?
I would love to have that kind of connection they have. It's amazing.
And that's how it really feels. Like, it feels so good to be on the same page with someone you're connected to. Like, it really is one of the best feelings in the world. I don't know. Like,
When they woke
am
up,
I
I saw them moving already, like they were
just
together.
oh my god, their stuff, the bathroom in and out, the
Mm-hmm.
curtains, the
It's probably not
we're
the
married.
first. Probably not the first time.
Oh no,
They've
I don't
done
think so
this.
either. I love it. I love
I
seeing
do.
her just no makeup, fresh face. Like, it doesn't always have to be we're here, I'm present, like this is it.
Well, I
I'm
think they're a
just
really great example of. I think that they fell for each other internally before physically,
absolutely.
but they were still each other's type, so that was great. They still were
Oh my
attracted to each
god.
other.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you saw everybody wanted Clifton.
He sure did
Clifton
get that
has
booty.
that thing, but
Yeah,
it's like, she matched
those
him.
other women can
So
hang out like
he's a lot in a good
equivalent to
way.
that
Yeah.
type of like energy. Like they can't. She's the only one that can bounce off of it. You can be attracted to that, but the reality of you being with someone like that isn't realistic. The Kia and him would never work. It's a
No.
fun fantasy.
Realistically. Yeah.
It's a fun like movie like roles for them to work in like La La Land, but in reality, that energy needs to be matched. That's
Mm-hmm.
because that's a lot of energy,
Mm-hmm.
and there's a lot of minutes in the day to
Mm-hmm.
deal with that energy. You really genuinely, and that made me think back to like their friend dates when his friend was like, he's a lot. And she was like, oh, I know and I love it.
Yeah.
Like, you know, those everyone else is fucking butthurt because they came out in the onesies like, we found love, y'all bitches didn't.
I mean, we're having a good time. We're on a thing. Yeah.
Outside, not sorry.
I mean, yeah. I mean, it's a lot. Yeah.
What else? Who else did went a little? And then we
Dang,
went to
now
the
I'm like,
Tori and Sabrina and their little
that's
thing.
where
We
I'm
talked
at.
about,
I'm like, damn,
yeah.
Sabrina again. But the whole that it just
I think we
she
talked about this
stresses
earlier
me
too,
out.
though. Like, why did he need the 17th affirmation from her? Like,
Yeah, I don't know. And
why hasn't he trusted his gut this whole time? And I
he was only halfway
understand,
trusting it.
and I
Yeah.
understand that she was a part of that. She played a huge part of that. He was like, I'm gonna trust my gut, but she was like, don't trust your gut. Come here, I'm still
Here's
here.
a candle. I'm coming. I'm gonna meet your
Oh
friend.
God,
I'm just trying to be honest with
so
you. I'm trying
evil,
to
some mean girl shit right there, like
selfish.
that.
That's some selfish stuff right there.
Selfish,
That's hella selfish. That's hella selfish. You're
man.
only thinking about
Now
yourself.
the poor guy is like at the end of the thing, thinking like, damn, like if I would have just gotten this closer of friendship from somebody bringing me a candle and shit, then I could have been in this game because everyone's like, he's not in the game. No, he wasn't because he's a loyal person. Who cares? Some people are just loyal. Some people are loyal.
Imagine that.
Imagine that. Imagine him just really wanting to see this through and out. Well, he did it longer than he should have, first of all, right?
Yeah.
We know that. He's at fault for that. No doubt. But then to have her just keep stringing him along, and now he's here at this place, and he's like, fuck. Because maybe him and Dakia could have maybe had more dates or gotten to know if this is just friendship or if it's more. Instead of having this conversation they had in this episode, she's like, I could see him as I've gotten close to him as a good friend. Well, she would know probably. She would be like, him and I become great friends.
Exactly.
Or she's like, it blossomed into actually more than friendship. Because really, at the end of the day, friendship is where it starts.
I agree.
Affirmation.
Right. And two.
But now he's at the end of this process. Whoa, you got earthquakes over there?
Man, my bad. Got the ring light popping. Yeah,
But
no, you're right. Yeah, very well said.
but
It's just, and it made me feel bad. I feel like he felt really sad. And, she was finally straight with him, saying that there's no longer a romantic,
it's just
thing.
friendship.
But he said duck, he feels like the duck duck goose, and everyone has a chair but me. And I'm like, damn, because he's right, it's true. Well, I don't know about everyone having a chair, but everyone else has a much more of a seat than he does. And I don't even know if I would have even went on this trip. Tori, again, 2-3 episodes ago, you could have just, that's what I'm saying. That's what I low-key don't like about this season. It's just, it's bad, but they're just making it work. It's almost like you baked a cake and forgot to put eggs in it, and now you're trying to like
Fix it.
serve it to everybody. Like, no, it's
good.
tapatio, or not tapatio. What is it? Tapico, whatever.
What? Tapioca?
Tapioca. There you go.
What?
Whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's just not working. I want a cake.
Yeah.
And now you guys are like trying to pile this
Tapioca
onto
pudding.
a plate, and it's just ridiculous.
Yeah, I'm
Oh,
not
it
inspired to
takes
watch
me
the next season. I'm a little concerned. I'm like, what? But I know the next season is Houston, and maybe it's a little different game in Houston.
Yeah. Maybe we can dabble and play in there. They really got to redeem themselves, yeah? Like,
Yeah. So who else?
So day 2, no Tina. I have that written down. Joy and Clifton on the dock when she asked about Dakia.
Oh, yeah.
He beats around the bush too much for me, and that is one thing that I will absolutely not allow in my next interaction, because I notice some guys do that. I'm sorry, you guys got to listen. That's I notice some guys do that. And it's not the first time with Clifton, because Dakia asked Clifton on their oyster date, "You still fair game?" And Clifton was like, "We're all fair game." That's not what I asked you. Talking about you. So now he's on the dock with Joy.
Yeah, he does. He avoids a lot. He evades.
Avoids. Oh, I
He's an
can't
evader.
stand it. That is really bad. When she asked about the Kia,
Dodgelina.
because yes.
Dodgelina.
Yeah, but is it a confrontation? I don't even think that classifies as a confrontation. Well, maybe by definition, but it's not animosity. It's just like, so what?
I hear what you're saying. I think it's something along the lines of that, more so like he doesn't like conflict or conflicting interests or letting somebody down or hurting somebody. But that is something that you have to start to do as an adult. You can't avoid, you can't evade, because then it's going to be perceived as something really negative, and then someone great in your life isn't going to actually be able to see you for who you really are, because you're still acting like that that you can't trust. You don't know where it's coming from, even if it's coming from a genuine place.
Yeah, but that's scary and young. That's a young thing. Like, did you get in trouble with your mom, and you can't just speak up and tell the truth, or you get popped type of deal? Like,
there's
to not
stuff
just
for
be clear and
sure.
let somebody down. You
Society, I get it.
know what I
Like,
mean?
there's a lot of things that I could talk about, I'm sure, that have a hand in that.
Mm-hmm.
But why are you this way? Like, let's not do that right now. I mean,
Yeah.
even like you said, if he's evading with Joy, if I was Joy, I'd be concerned, because I'd start thinking, am I making this to what I want it to be? Because I haven't heard him be diligent and intentional when asked to be. It's been more of an invading situation. That would perk up the discernment detectors.
Yeah, and I don't like that, because, like you said, you might miss out on somebody good. And she said it should be a sure thing. Yes, without a doubt. And she's right. So the fact that Joy still has to ask him about Dakia, because just like Dakia, I'm kind of in the same boat with her. I'm not going to ask you, like, this is your decision to make. Carmen's the same way. I'm putting myself on the table. This is your decision to speak up, make a decision, da 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 da. And I don't think Joy should have to ask him at this late in the game, after getting out your bed, what you doing with Dakia.
Right.
Why and the fact that I have to watch this girl that I'm cool with, we ain't besties, but
I respect.
feel some kind of way, yeah, just let's clean this up. Let's clean it up.
Sharing wine with. It's hard.
So
It's a hard one.
I really want to see him do better with that.
I hope he does. I hope he's doing it just for TV, like to be this person for TV. But I was also hoping the same thing for Walter for last season and got disappointed with that. So I'm a little concerned. I'm a little concerned. Quite frankly, I'm a little concerned.
Jessica says, I think he was hoping by being passive aggressive by his actions would I hate that, would signal to Dakia he chose joy. Not right, but he's a guy. But that doesn't work. If this is a guy thing, that doesn't work.
Yeah, I hate that shit too.
Yeah, no. They just
Because then when you even
Use your
say
words.
like no, then I don't try. Like there's no. I'm still like, are you lying right now? Like why? Like what? It's just yeah. It's just too.
I
It's
hate
like
that badly.
just say it. Just
Yeah.
say it.
Start calling
You
less or
take
start
out a
like,
POJ's book. You're wonderful. You deserve it. You're beautiful. I see you in all those things. You deserve it, honey. But it's just not for me. It's not for me. Someone other human being is more in alignment with your deliciousness, right?
and that hurts to hear, but it's the truth. That's a different kind of hurt. Like, oh, okay, but you received it and now we good. Now I don't have to walk around this house feeling weird.
Ooh, men are so stupid.
I don't understand. It's really hard to deal with.
So dumb.
Mm.
What else?
So what do I have in here? I have all the things: strong
The
and powerful
table.
Black woman, all of that. I have PO's words. We already talked about that. Oh, the table. It's funny that they made the red table talk joke in this episode. So timely,
It's
right? How did that
appropriate.
line up?
How did that all line up? How is he even at
Oh,
Red Table
Will
talking about
Packer
all this now?
Packer.
100%.
You're just everywhere, aren't you?
He's killing it.
Najee, it looks like they're sharing the same electronic phallic device, but only one of them owns it. And that's
Basically.
what it feels like. And
Yeah.
that's what it feels like.
100%.
I don't know why guys can't see. I mean, I get that we're different and all that, but I don't understand where it is that they can't see some of this stuff for what it is. Because so many of them do it and act the same way, and I don't know what it is. I know women, we do things too, but I'm just like, what is that? How are y'all comfortable with sliding by like that? But then it be those dudes that claim to be so manly, and the traits that I consider masculine are honesty, and you could be big as you want to be. If you can't be honest and speak and all these things, and I can give concession for human not being perfect, but that's what I'm talking about. I'm like, just be a good person, be a man, be a human, be real, I don't understand what that is. I don't know. A lot of guys do it. I don't
Be
understand what that
thoughtful,
is.
right? Be considerate.
Yeah, consider it. Somebody outside yourself. Even if, because you know what I notice guys do too? Once you are not interested in a girl, you think you could just treat her any old kind of way. Sweetie, you're still in communication with me, or you're still in my vicinity. You still have to have respect. You might have made a different choice. Cool. But that doesn't mean that's a red flag too. It's almost like treating the waiter bad. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you can go out and treat the waiter bad, eventually you're going to treat me bad because that's who you are.
Yeah.
So if you can disregard, you can be all up in my face on my phone. We going on dates, we doing oysters, whatever the case. And now you've made your choice and have nothing to say. That's not good for Joy either, though.
No.
Like,
No.
be respectful.
It's very concerning.
Correct. Shoot, that's all I have.
That's it, I think. The table, then discuss, and then they say
I
they're going to let
guess-
go of somebody, and then we don't know who that is yet. They kind of gave us that whole like cliffhanger. He talks to her next week, so hopefully he is not wishy-washy. Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
fingers crossed, right?
Yeah.
Fingers crossed. Yeah, next week
Because I
looks
saw
juicy.
Joy all up in his mouth.
Uh,
Joy was all in his mouth.
mouth. That's it. I don't know about y'all, but I'm kind of underwhelmed by this season.
Yeah, it's bogus. I'm a little disappointed.
You got the streets. Let's hit the streets.
Oh my God. Let's go to the streets. I only got 3 tweets from the streets. This is the part, our special segment, where we take it to the streets because Twitter is gangsta. They always speak their mind. So let's see what the streets have to say about this episode. Dakia girl, read the room. Your man is not on this show, says Diana D. I mean, pero like,
I thought she knew, but I guess like maybe she doesn't. Like I'm a little confused. Pero
por
like I thought she
supuesto
knew.
que sí, like.
Pero like adios, hasta luego.
Yeah, now it is what it is. And that too is again why this show is getting a little dry because it's just hard to watch for
It's
no
redundant.
reason. Yeah, like
redundant.
what are we gonna do next
it's
week?
Forcing.
Honestly?
It's like they're
it's
forcing.
Forced. There you
it's
go.
Forced. It's like oh.
I
want popcorn after this. I'm eating popcorn after this. I'm making popcorn.
Oh, I have some too. Nicole says they all talking like they are the cast in a really good season of the show. Tina knows what's up. She don't want to be on Ready to Love, The Leftovers.
Girl, 100%.
And then underneath she said, because if we are honest, this season feels rushed and random.
It really does. And it makes sense that it could be rushed and random. Less to you. Affirmation. Because it was so close to the last one before Houston.
Right. Excuse me. What is that about? They just threw it together. There was The Leftovers. They was just like, oh, y'all available? Just come on.
It was like, oh, you guys didn't cast the last DC. Let's pretend you're from Potomac and put it out there because we need some content. We need to put something out right now.
These were the number 2.
Yeah, I'm so disappointed.
Boom. Last one. Sabrina scratching them all off her list. Like,
that was accurate. Accurate. Just like it's very California-y, actually. Her and Donovan are very California-y in that mindset. It's very reflective of how Californians move.
So California.
It's very that.
It is very that.
That's why I ain't got no man here.
Zyrtec, Benadryl, girl. I'm a nurse. I know. I mean, and I'm one of those people. I'm like, I had my tea and I have tissue. I'm fine. Benadryl probably would be a good idea.
Yes, but that's completely sleep. Have you gotten the local honey yet?
No, but I remember that tip, and I have. Oh, I do have local honey. I have local honey. I need to do that.
Take a spoonful. Don't put it in your thing. Take a spoonful back to the head.
Okay, I will. As soon as we get done with this, I will. I have local honey. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. No, you're right. It's very California. Thanks, Nurse Jessica. And
thanks, Nurse Jess.
Yeah, California is used to running that rotation and being cool with throwing people away.
Yeah. And then it's like, oh, but wait, you're supposed to prove it to me. I was supposed to prove it to you? No, you're supposed to prove it to me. Oh, wait, but you have to claim this. Like, I can't give you everything unless you claim it. So I'm not going to give you anything, but you have to claim it. How the fuck am I supposed to claim something that's not even in the field for me to claim? You want me to go over to the whole different stadium? I'm over here at Roland Garros in Paris. You want me to walk over to Wimbledon because you're over there waiting for me to claim you playing a whole different ball game? Like, that makes no sense. You're not even sending signals. You're not even sending love notes. You're just expecting everything. You're expecting everything. I mean, why wouldn't it be? You're supposed
under the guise of giving me space.
Do everything. Do everything, but that's not enough. It's not enough. I don't want it. Actually, I don't want it. I don't want it. Yeah. Just kidding. I don't want it, actually. Don't give me anything anymore. California.
It's just a mess. That doesn't work. You got a watery, scratchy throat too? No, it's just my nose. I'm just getting sneezy. That's all. I'm not even stuffy. I don't have any, none of that. Sinus, nothing. I'm just sneezy.
Hasn't gotten there yet. That's why you take care of that shit, Neil.
Yeah, so.
Get yourself a neti pot. Wash it out.
I have a neti pot.
Wash it out.
I never did it before.
Don't get there. Oh, I love doing it. It's so fun.
Is it? I'll give it a shot. I've never done it.
But it has to be distilled water.
Okay, don't use tap. I don't use tap for anything.
Spring.
Oh. I think all I have is spring water.
So then boil it and then let it cool down to get to like a nice lukewarm that's not going to burn you. Just like very room temperature-ish color kind of thing, and then do it and make sure that you're here sideways all the way,
Over my sink,
and you breathe
right?
through your mouth. Yeah,
Oh,
love it.
Lord.
Love it.
Have mercy.
So you don't get the infection.
Exactly.
Jessica, like for real, like that's what we said last, didn't we? I swear I
Yeah.
just said that somewhere. Like,
Yeah.
yes, we need to just skip
Yeah.
to the reunion already, and not even the first part of the reunion, the last 10 minutes of the second part of the reunion.
Yeah. Just wrap it up. Even the next episode, I don't even know. I'm just, yeah. We're in
Go
here
for
because we're
it.
consistent, committed people, but it's like, what y'all want me to do at this point? You know?
There's nothing like to talk about.
Yeah,
Like
because everybody's
genuinely.
playing around. Yeah.
Like we could have been like, so then da 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 comes da 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 da. We think about that. It's like it's the same shit that happened last week. It's fake. Like
Yeah.
like yeah.
What a bummer.
Whatever. On to the next.
At least Joy and Clifton are happy.
It's worth it.
That was cute to
Except for he
watch.
acting crazy. He needs to stop acting crazy. He needs to stop acting crazy.
And see, that's that energy that brings on the lack mentality.
Mm-hmm.
You got to be careful of that. Looking at dudes like him, and it's like, but can I trust him? This looks so good, but
100%.
you know what I'm saying? Can I fall?
All right.
Yeah.
Speaking of, that was fun, everybody. Thanks for coming again.
Thank you guys. Thanks for joining us for our
Till
wine and beer
next
night.
week. You know.
Oh, wait a minute, though. Ton. Yes, Jessica.
Go off, Jessica.
Spill the tea. Spill the
Boiling
tea.
hot. Burn my tongue and the roof of my mouth. Spill the tea. Spill the tea.
Almost. We got to get some tea.
Najee, you can't wait till that tea's not.
We got to get the tea.
See, B
Spilling the
knows.
beans.
B knows.
Beans sound kind of good right now.
I had beans for dinner.
I'm hungry. You did? I could do some barbecue baked beans. Oh, there's such a good barbecue place over here. Killen's Barbecue. God, I haven't had some good barbecue. Wonder if I could order. Not tonight, but anyway. Or no. Jessica. Nurse Jessica.
Where
I wish I could send a pic, but Joy is in Mexico on tour and Clifton has been to see her. A pic was taken of them. They're living the best life. That's awesome. Oh my God, Joy has a man.
They're so cute. They're so cute.
They are so cute. But you know what I'm getting from all the other guys? I don't think they want women. Not that I'm not saying that they're like gay or that, but I don't think that they want women.
I think
it's a
some of them are gay.
Yeah. Right.
But yeah, I know. I agree with you.
They don't want women. P.O., the way he was eating that salad.
No, he wants a little girl.
He wants to be alone.
He wants a little girl. He's already proved that. He wants someone like a little pretty young thing. He don't want anything real.
Demetrius, you don't want a woman. You don't
he was
really
chasing
want a woman.
No, he does not.
You don't want a woman?
No. Demetrius
Donovan, you don't want a woman.
No, I think
you don't really want a woman.
He wants the last part of it, not the womb.
Not the whoa.
The whoa. He wants the man. And then
who else is there? They don't want women. Tori does. That's why he needs to go home. Tori needs to go find the right woman for him. Totally. But none of these other guys, I do not get the inkling that they even want women. Y'all don't want to be in a relationship.
Sabrina, we gotta talk. Why do you want to be on this season? Why do you
we should hit her up.
Why do you want to be on this season? You keep saying that. Why?
Okay. Sounds like Clifton has been intentional.
He better have.
Well, I love to hear that.
It's the only way to be. When you're trying to be in a real relationship, intention is the only way.
That's what I'm saying. And that's what I'm not seeing in any other guys. They don't care.
No. You have to have intention, but then still live in the moment, take it step by step with the intention. And that's a thing that a lot of people can't do because they get scared that intention means pressure or it's going to make it hard or just all the other shit of like relationship. Oh, fear, run away. No, you have to have intention when you move because if you don't have intention, someone's not going to be able to feel you. And if they can't feel your intention, why are they going to want to stay? It doesn't have to be like heavy. It just needs to mean we're here. And then from us knowing we're here, yeah, let's absolutely take it one step at a time. but keep being intentional. Because if you keep being intentional while you take steps, you might be taking steps together the rest of your life.
Yeah.
That's how
And
my
that's
Hinge profile, kind of a little bit what I just said.
and that's what it takes to be in a real solid and committed relationship. It is. And it's work. Okay. Like
And they've been leaving hints all over IG.
I
I
gotta
love
be
it.
nosy. I haven't been on their IGs.
Oh.
But good for them.
Right,
It's
Jessica, thank you
nice.
for that. We love you. Coming in with that hot
Yes.
tea. Definitely burned the roof of my mouth, and that's exactly what I wanted. That was juicy. I just had to
I
take it
love it,
fast.
y'all.
Couldn't sip on
Right.
that. Just want
Right.
to chug it. It was so good.
I love it. Oh, well, that was fun too. If you guys want to just take a peek, Gus and I got a chance to be on Sabrina's show last week. And that was actually where
Earlier this week.
Tyrone, oh, was it earlier? Oh my God, time's flying. Earlier this week. Tyrone actually
Spilled some tea.
shared for the first time exclusively and honestly that him and Ace are together. Last season meets this season and love connection has been made and he's really excited about it. He said it's freaking amazing.
He looks, it's a beautiful thing to see him so happy. It's really cool.
It's genuine
Yeah.
to the core.
So there's some tea for you in case you didn't catch us on Sabrina's earlier this week.
Are you going to be on Sabrina's review this Monday? Not that we know of, but we will be there again. Maybe not this Monday. We're not sure, but
Right.
we'll show up again.
Yeah, for
at
sure.
some point.
Did you watch on Monday, Jessica? Was Jessica there?
Yeah. She's in the comments asking him. We can't see the comments there, or else we would holla and say hi to y'all. I know you were there too, B. There was a couple other people there.
B was there because she told me on Instagram.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
It was fun. I had fun. It was a good time.
Me too. It was fun.
I was definitely nice. A tamer version of myself, like Sabrina said.
I mean,
But,
we're guests in other people's homes, 100%. StreamYard homes.
But we had a good time.
We get wild here.
A bit. All right,
y'all. I'm going to go blow my nose. And
she has to call me and tell me something. I forgot already what I was supposed to remind her of.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes, I'm going to tell you. I know it was. Love y'all. See you next week, Friday at 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And until then, have an amazing week, and we'll see you next week.
Until next week. Bye.
Peace.